What's up, beautiful people? Today is Tuesday, right? Thanksgiving is 2 days away. I don't really know what the date is. My brother's birthday was on Sunday. Yeah. His birthday is November 23rd. That means Monday would be November the 24th. And that means today is November the 25th. Boom. Deductive reasoning. Yeah, I've been slacking on pulling out this camera to give a recap of what the week has looked like for me, or what last week had looked like for me, because I was moving around a lot. Was still no excuse. These are 10-minute videos where I just yap. So last 2 weeks we had the Tampa Bay game in Buffalo. That game went well. The Bills won. Um, we sold a good amount of inventory. Not as good as Miami. Miami has literally been the peak for sure. I think going to Miami, we sold so much inventory. I literally came back with nothing. So my expectation is that, like, all right, maybe once every other game we'll sell through all of our inventory. But we purchased inventory for Tampa Bay, sold about maybe 30 or so shirts, then rolled over that inventory to where did I go? Houston, right? Booked my flight to Houston. I knew that I was going to be here in Austin for Thanksgiving to spend time with my niece and my brother and his family. And I knew that I was going to be doing High Rocks in Dallas this past weekend. So I booked my flight, got to Houston. We sold about maybe 30 to 40 shirts, which sucks because just logistically traveling to a game is expensive. You know, you got to travel. Luckily, I have friends that I kick it with, that I kind of catch up with, and I sleep on the couch. Never have no shame to do so. But just like been underselling on the shirts, which is okay because it's Black Friday, Cyber Monday coming up. So my main focus is now liquidating a lot of our inventory. That's what I would say. I have a warehouse in Maryland that I've had for maybe 4 years or so. Love the warehouse, love the studio, love the storage space, whatever you want to call it. But I'm glad that this thing just cut off because the audio was probably bad. I didn't even realize that. But love the warehouse space. It's always been home for me. It's always kind of been a safe haven when things aren't necessarily going how I want them to. I've just always been able to go back to the stew. Whether I was in Houston, whether I was in Buffalo, whether I was anywhere in the world, just always come back to the stew. Got a fridge there, got my clothing there, like got my pull-out bed, all of that stuff. But now I'm kind of getting to the point where I think 2026, I want it to be the year where I do things that scare me. And one big thing that scares me is like not having a backup, you know what I mean? Like not having a place that I can just kind of retreat to when things aren't going well. So in order to do that, I would have to get rid of the studio. I'm thinking that I'm going to try my best to sell through the majority of the inventory that we have available at the studio, and then sell all of the camera equipment, all of the lights and mirrors and all of the extra stuff that's in the warehouse, and like just give up my lease, and then just kind of operate even more lean. I've been living pretty nomadically for the last couple of years. When I moved out of my my townhome, and I sold all of my stuff, that was like a big step for me to kind of just become lighter and not have to worry about stuff, just worry about me and my basic needs being met, and focusing on the business. I think I want to kind of get deeper into that and kind of do a re-cleanse. I already don't have a lot of stuff. I'm pretty nomadic as it is. But that studio is kind of like the last anchoring thing that's holding me. So I think that I'm going to get rid of that junk, and move somewhere else. Football season is going to be up until February at the latest. So I have a gap from February until August of next year, 2026, where I got to decide where I'm going to be consistently, what's going to be my home base. Of course, I'll be traveling for business and having to go and do events and stuff like that. But I'm going to have a place where like I'm coming back to, and I don't want that to be the studio warehouse in Maryland. So I'm considering Houston. I'm considering Mexico City. I'm considering Buenos Aires, Argentina, places that I feel like Houston I've already been. have a pretty good base there of people that support the brand and just general friends and familiarity. Mexico City is a place where I feel like, I don't know, I've heard a lot of good things about that place. I have a goal to learn Spanish and speak it fluently, and I feel like the best way is to kind of just immerse myself in Spanish culture. And I think in terms of like digital nomads, good weather, good food, good culture, and the Spanish language, those two spots appeal to me the most. So we'll see what that looks like. I think for now, I'm going to just spend this week here in Austin with my brother and my beautiful, beautiful niece, Delta. She's napping right now. I haven't got to see her. I got in yesterday late. But yeah, I feel good being here. It's always fun hanging out with my brother. He's running now. We're both training for the Austin Marathon, which is cool because my brother was like never a runner, never really big into like fitness. So to see like his body start to transform and he's starting to like enjoy running is really cool because that means that I was able to have a positive impact on him, which is always my purpose in this world. And if I can't do it for my own family that's closest to me, then what am I doing? You know? So that's been pretty cool. I'm blessed for that, to say the least. Yeah, I think just my focus moving forward for the rest of the year, going into like January and honestly hitting our 7th year in February, is to just focus, do less to do more, sell through our inventory, reach out to our customers and email them. Kind of that same narrative that I had last year. But last year I was like, let's do a Kickstarter so we can raise some money and kind of revitalize the brand, which was a success, which I'm so grateful for. And reflecting on that a year later, I did that, you know, we did that. All the people that support the brand, all my family and friends, like we were able to create something from nothing. And corral people to donate and purchase and just boost the brand into the future. I'm confident that Vay is going to make it to year 7. More than confident. I'm 100% sure that the brand is going to make it to year 7. So now my focus is like focus and like not being widespread in terms of like we're going to make some snowboarding apparel, we're going to make some running apparel, we're going to make some Buffalo Bills apparel. It's just like really refining who we're speaking to and what we are doing, where we are showing up, and the events that we are facilitating and the people that we're bringing together. That's really, really, really my focus. I feel like I fit a lot of different hats and I'm very multifaceted in terms of who I can relate to and who I can connect to and my interests, which is always a great thing because it's allowed me to bring so many different people into my worldview and into my network and my circle. But for a brand, you really have to be one thing. You have to be able to communicate a very specific and singular message to a wide base of people. Not to say that in the future you can't be many things as you see brands today be, but to start to really build that strong core following, similar to religion, similar to government, similar to all the great brands that you see that we study and we hear about. You have to be one thing to many people. So that's the focus and that's the pursuit moving forward. Yeah, sitting here in the sun feels great. Buffalo is cold as hell. It's gonna start snowing soon, which is cool because I'll be able to go snowboarding out there. But it's always great to get some sun and to run out here and just, I know I want to be in some warm weather. So that's why the 3 places that I'm thinking about moving to are warm weather places. High Rocks was dope. I guess I can reflect on that because that's related to the brand. High Rocks was really, really dope. I finished the High Rocks and I was like, hey, I would do this again. This is something that I really, really enjoyed. When I run the marathons, it's a great challenge. It's something that I enjoy. I have learned to enjoy to do. But after I run the marathons, my body be wrecked. And the last 2, I've run 2 marathons and like both times my body kind of just shut down at a certain point. So it makes me think like, is my body not built to run this marathon? Or like, is my training that what I'm able to commit not enough? I know that I could improve, but the trade-offs of being able to run marathons really well will be maybe some things that I don't want, like to lose my body structure or to have time taken away from building and running the business. Maybe I'm just making excuses, but I liked High Rocks, just to say the least. And I think that this is a burgeoning category that they can attach to and really grow. People are very, very eager to participate in High Rocks. They're curious, and not everybody knows about it. When I did a High Rocks, people are like, "What's that?" It's one of those things where if you know, you know. It's like early CrossFit days, to be honest with you. And brands like Reebok and a lot of other Nobull and other brands kind of attached to CrossFit early days and were able to blow up and build their following off of that, and then spread out, branch out, and become other things. So I'm really banging with Hyrox. I think I'm going to do maybe 3 or 4 competitions next year. We're going to build out a Vayrox team of Hyrox athletes that are going to be competing all over the world. And I think it'll be a good idea for us as a brand. That's kind of like one of those things where I'm thinking like, all right, that might be our singular focus, our sport, our thing that we do. So, yeah, that's the plan. As always, I'm going to enjoy the holiday season with the fam and continue to work on Black Friday, Cyber Monday, get these sales and make this money. So I'll catch y'all next week. I'm probably going to make a video sooner than that because I'm 2 weeks behind, but I'll try my best. Have a great day on purpose, and don't forget to be the difference.